I have to say hello to Kevin Brady on your behalf. Mr. Brady, welcome to the program. Good to see you.
Thanks, Stuart, and tell him hi back. Look, I'm a big fan of Art Laffers, and has been a mentor to me on all these issues. By the way.
I shall say that to him. He's listening, by the way. Now, middle-class tax cuts.
Yeah.
As I understand it, the plan is this: you lower the corporate tax rate, you lower individual tax rates, you claw back some of the deductions used by high-income earners. In a nutshell, is that the basics of the plan?
Yes, except for this. Start with what we want to do, which is grow jobs, paychecks, the U.S. economy, and leapfrog America, or vault us from 31st in the world in competitiveness into that lead pack. So, yeah, and it's not just the corporate rate, Stuart. It's the rate for every business, whether it's large or small, because all that drives job growth and wage growth. Secondly, it's about, for families, simplicity, this concept of a postcard-style system where rates are lowered for everybody, but then we eliminate a lot of special provisions for some, so we can provide, so people can keep more of what they earn.
You're only eliminating deductions which are used by upper income earners. Gary Cohn told us that you would not touch the mortgage interest deduction, you wouldn't touch charitable contributions, you wouldn't touch people's private pension plans. Is that accurate?
Yeah, absolutely. So we are looking at both in the mortgage and charitable deduction, because only about 5% of Americans will itemize. The rest will get their tax relief just on that simple form. And so we're looking at ways, can we help home ownership and unlock more charitable giving? But also on the postcard, we are keeping the child tax credit, making it a little bigger, and the college tax credit as well, because that's really important for families getting their kids into school.
The president's political plan seems to me to barnstorm and sell tax cuts and appeal to middle-of-the-road Democrats who come from conservative states like Heidi Heitkamp, North Dakota, Claire McCaskill, Missouri, Joe Manchin, West Virginia. Is that his political approach here?
I think the president, I visited with him yesterday at the White House. Look, he's all in on this, and he believes if you help every American keep more of what they earn and grow higher paychecks, this is a winning issue for the country. It doesn't matter Republican or Democrat. I'm really pleased he's taking the senator with him to North Dakota on this talk, and I'm really hopeful that there are some John F. Kennedy Democrats still left around who understand if you lower the rates for businesses and families, you grow the economy.
Okay. If you get all of this, lower corporate rates, lower rates for all businesses, individual tax rate cuts, you get all of that as proposed, do we grow at 4% next year?
We grow considerably faster. I don't know the exact number, but if you pair, pro-growth tax reform, big and bold and permanent, so businesses and families can count on it, with balanced regulation, and you open up new markets so we can sell American throughout the world, boy, you have jump-started this economy in a significant way.
And you're no longer saying that the tax cuts pay for themselves, only in the long term with growth. Short term, they don't.
So look at it, the big picture. You'll need a combination of really strong economic growth, which we'll get, and you got to jettison a lot of those special provisions for some, the loopholes and deductions, some of those on the business side as well, in order to balance the budget over time. But what that brings to us is permanence, and that's something every business tells us, look, don't give us something temporary. Make sure we can count on this, because we're not just asking businesses to stop sending jobs overseas. We want them to start bringing them back. Permanence matters.
We promised our viewers that I would ask two questions. I've asked the first one, what's the plan? And thank you, sir, you've answered it. Second question, when will it pass? It's got to be this year to be truly stimulative, hasn't it?
I agree. That's what the focus from the White House, certainly the House and the Senate as well. Look, we know this is an aggressive timetable. We're trying to do in 1 year it took 2.5 years for the Reagan administration to achieve, but we think the economy is starved for this. I know back home in my town hall meetings, our visits with local businesses, they're ready. And so we're on that timetable, and despite what the noise is in Washington, and there's some major issues to tackle right now, look, we're staying right on track.
Okay, so we've got 11 days And in that period, when the House and Senate are in session together, you've got to get a budget or a spending resolution, you've got to get a debt ceiling, and you've got to get a Harvey relief package and a smaller Harvey relief package today. If you do all of that, is tax cutting the next big priority above all else? Tax cuts.
The answer is yes. Tax reform, that is, both cuts and redesigning it so our companies can compete and win anywhere in the world.
Sir, with respect, can you do that? Can you really get tax reform, that whole big thing, jam that in at the end of the year? Surely it's just going to be straightforward cuts in rates, isn't it?
No, look, that won't get us where we want to get. Look, cutting the rates is sort of like adding supercharged fuel to your old beater of a tax car. Yeah, it'll run faster for a period of time, but it will not keep up with the modern vehicles on the road today and where we're competing in China, Europe, Mexico, and Canada. Look, we've got to not just stay up with them, we've got to be able to surpass them. And so, yes, I do believe we can do this, and I think we have to do this if we want to be competitive.
Congressman Kevin Brady, straight answers to the questions. That's fine stuff. Thank you very much indeed for joining us.